Sit. Sit. Good boy. Hello. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Hello, Internet. Today we have decided to do something new. Where are you going? He left. So instead of sitting in front of the camera in one position and just talking to you and reading a script, I have decided to do something different and actually go out into the world and see what is going on. To be honest, for a Saturday, the park is quite empty, which is what I enjoy in parks, is when there's very little people there. Isn't that right, Bentley? Bentley? Are you a good boy? He is a good boy. So I have just returned from visiting my family in Ukraine, and I'm still recovering. To be honest, after meeting my family, there needs to be a very long recovery, but I don't have that time because I need to submit my dissertation in less than a month. So because I only have less than a month to finish writing my very interesting dissertation, I will probably slow down on making videos and at least try to make a video every 2 weeks, but that is only for the next month. After I submit my dissertation, I'm going to be completely free and available to just annoy the hell out of you with a bunch of new videos, if I find topics to cover. To be honest, I do have a couple of topics that I would love to talk to you about, and hopefully you will see a new video at least by the end of next week, if I have time to make a new video, if I write a little bit more for my dissertation. As you can see, the weather in London is gorgeous. It's so warm, it's so beautiful, and if you still haven't visited London, visit it before it gets destroyed, because you might know that London and the whole of the UK and Europe is slowly getting destroyed bit by bit by parasites inside of it, which I will not be talking about in this video because, to be honest, I'm scared. It is scary. It is very scary to talk about those things because you never know who might be watching, and you never know who might try to find you because of your opinion, apparently. I look so weird just holding a fucking phone on a stick, walking around, recording this. This is so weird. I don't know how people do that. How do people vlog? How the fuck do people vlog this way? I don't understand. You explain to me, how do you not feel so awkward doing this? How? So while you guys are waiting for me to get my shit together, I thought, why not just record my thoughts while I'm walking Bentley, because this is usually when I think the most of all the bullshit that's happening around the world. First thing first, I was just in a couple of flights and I was again reminded of how annoying flying really is. And I've flown over 100 times in my lifetime, and every time I'm reminded of how annoying it is. Every time I fly, there's at least one person in the whole of the airport, at least one, who just doesn't know how to behave in a society, in public, and would just act as if they're at home. And this time when I was flying, there were also a couple of very annoying passengers who I would assume were adults, who know how to behave in a society, who, I don't know, understand the principle of treat people the way that you would like to be treated, but I guess not. I guess they would like to be treated like the scum that they are. So the first situation I encountered in my last travels actually happened in Gatwick Airport here in London, where I would assume people knew how to behave. I mean, it's not like we're a Chinese airport where a bunch of old Chinese people bring their smelly food on board. No, I would assume that people know how to behave themselves, especially if you're a parent, especially if you have over one child. I mean, it's not your first child, I think you would know how to behave, but apparently not. The first situation that I have encountered happened in Gatwick Airport right before boarding my flight to Ukraine. As people were waiting for the gates to open and to board the flight, I have witnessed a family of at least 2 kids. Where was I? So one of the kids in the family decided that she really needed to use the potty, like right there and then. And Going a couple of meters away to the nearest bathroom, oh, that was not a choice, no. What the mother of that child did is take out a plastic potty out of her bag, put it next to the trash bin right in the middle of the waiting hall for the gates, and put her child on that potty to do her business right in front of the whole plane who was waiting to board. To be honest, I was shocked. I was so shocked that I even discreetly took a picture of it and tweeted it to the airport. That's how shocked I was. This is not an appropriate behavior. Just like changing your baby's nappies in public is not an appropriate behavior. There's a reason that the changing desks are in the bathrooms for the babies, because this is something intimate that you should do intimately in the bathroom. I mean, that situation was so disgusting. I don't understand why you would want a whole plane to see your little daughter. Even if they don't see her half naked, they still see her sitting on the potty. Why? Why would you want people to see that? What if there were pedophiles on that plane? What if there are people who find it amusing and disgustingly attractive to see little kids doing their business on a potty? Because apparently recently pedophilia is becoming a social norm. People are starting to say that being a pedophile is just like being gay. That's how you're born and that's just your sexual orientation. Well, it's not. It's a mental disease to be attracted to an undeveloped body. This is disgusting. So why, in your right mind, would you put your little kid in this type of situation? I have the same issue with people who allow their kids to urinate and do their business in public on the street when they really need it. So they go to on the sidewalk, they go to a bush and they let their child urinate on the street in public. Why? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see your naked child. And you can just say, look the other way, but sometimes you don't have a choice. I have seen people do that on the side of the road when cars are driving by. The driver doesn't want to see your child peeing on the side of the road. Your child is not a fucking dog. Your child should either know that their business needs to be done in the potty at home or in the potty in the toilet, in a public toilet, or put nappies on your child if they can't hold it in. It's that simple. Moving on to the next annoying situation I had on a plane. On my domestic flight to my home city, I was sitting next to two very drunk Polish guys. How do I know that they're Polish? Well, they kept saying the word kurwa through every other word. And how do I know that they were extremely drunk? Well, it was quite obvious when they came wobbling into the plane, fell down into their seat, never put on their seatbelts, and kept on waving their arms around throughout the whole fucking flight. Also, they kept on talking probably about one of the guy's exes, therefore all the kurvas that they were throwing around. Thankfully, compared to them, I'm relatively small, so I was able to squeeze myself to the side while they were throwing their arms around and not get hit by one of their arms. But still, why in your right mind would you get so wasted for a flight? Why would people be getting so drunk for a flight? It's not a club, it's not a party, it's not somewhere where you can have fun. Why would people be getting so wasted? And I'm pretty sure that these guys were not scared of flying or something like that, because they did not even put on their seatbelts during takeoff. That's how not caring they were. I was a bit scared that we would hit turbulence and they would actually accidentally hit me with their bodies while flying around because of how drunk they are. But thankfully the flight went okay, apart from all the kurvas I had to listen to. But still, I just don't understand why people get drunk for a flight. I have even heard a rumor that they're somehow gonna ban alcohol from flights to Ibiza because of how drunk British people get when they're flying to Ibiza. If you know, Ibiza is an island in Spain, the party island of Spain, where everybody just goes to have a very, very good time. And so on a lot of flights to Ibiza, a lot of young guys and girls in their 20s just get so wasted right before the flight. And I don't understand why. It's only a flight. You still haven't even gotten to the airport. You haven't even picked up your luggage. You haven't even checked into your hotel room. You're not gonna go party right away unless you're completely crazy and you just brought a backpack with you and you're gonna go clubbing right from the airport. Still, why? Why would you be getting drunk for a flight? I don't understand. Explain it to me, please. Moving on to a different topic. So apparently they have just announced the first gay marriage in Russia. I was, to be honest, so happy when I first saw the news. I was like, no way! Finally, the first actual gay marriage in Russia. That would be so epic, because Russia, if you might know, is a very, very actual homophobic country. If you use the word phobia as just hatred. But to be honest, I don't consider phobia to be what they call it today. Phobia is an irrational fear of something. For example, I have a fear of spiders. It is irrational. When I see a spider, I scream and I want to burn down the whole place. That's an irrational fear. People who are homophobic, they don't have an irrational fear. No, they are just assholes. But yeah, the first gay couple in Russia just got married. And I was like, holy shit, finally, that would be so awesome. But then I started reading the article and I'm like, fuck. Speak. Squirrel. There is no squirrel. So apparently Russia's first gay couple is a man and a woman. It just so happens that the man really looks like a woman. Why is that? That's because the man is transgender and the man is going to transition it into a woman. However, what people are failing to understand, that even though a person is transgender, they are still the gender or sex that they were born as. They can slice off their genitals. They can take hormonal treatments. They can have as many surgeries as they want. They can put boobs on themselves. They can put on makeup. That's not gonna make that man a woman. Hi. Oh, you want another treat? Oh, good boy. Touch. Good boy. Mommy's angel. So the media is trying to twist the fact that the man is transgender into it being a gay marriage. However, it's not a gay marriage. It is still legally a heterosexual marriage. Legally, it's still a man marrying a woman. In the documents, it's still a man. So no matter how many dresses you put on, no matter how much of your dick you slice off, you're still a man. And you know, I was also wondering, why transition into a woman if you're still gonna be attracted to women? Because they know how homosexuals are treated in Russia. Really, really badly. So if you're attracted to women and you were born a man, there is no issue here. Just be a man and fuck women. I don't understand why you have to transition to a woman and still be with other women, because it doesn't really make much sense to me, especially if you live in Russia. It doesn't make sense. And I know that your gender has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. These are actually two separate things, because you can be a man or a woman and you can be attracted to whoever the fuck you want to. Unless you're attracted to little kids. If you're attracted to little kids, there's something really, really wrong with you. Really wrong with you. It's a very difficult and hard topic to talk about, and if you would like me to make a full video on the whole first gay marriage in Russia thing, please let me know. So yeah, my main point of the video is do whatever you want to do. It's your life and you can do whatever the hell you want to do. However, it's a bit different when you're in public, and it's a bit different when you're around other people, and it is a bit different especially when you're on a freaking plane and in the airport. Yes, you have paid for your plane ticket, but so did every other passenger on that plane. We all paid for our tickets and we want to have a pleasant trip. We do not want to listen to your screaming kids throughout the duration of the flight, and especially we do not want to see your kid going to the potty right before our flight. And no, don't tell people to just look away, because if you are in public, you have no right to tell people to just look away. People have the right to look wherever they want to look, because you are in public. Just like you can get filmed in public without having to ask for your consent, it's the same freaking way. We can look at you without asking for your consent. It's your choice to do something that's embarrassing, and it's our choice to judge you for it because you are in public doing that embarrassing thing. You know, this might look cute for you, but I am disgusted because this is bread. And people don't understand that bread for ducks and geese is an equivalent of junk food. It brings very little nutrition to their body, and it basically just spoils their body. It's just empty calories for them. And I don't understand people who throw a whole loaf of bread. There is so much bread in here. This is so disturbing. Ugly little ducklings. Huh. Hi, Bentley. Hi, boy. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying your walk? Shall we go? Come on. I have been wanting to complain to the royal parks about this issue of people throwing bread to the ducks for a very, very long time now, because this issue it's getting out of hand, in my opinion. It's not the kids who come here and feed those ducks, it's actual adults who should know better, who should at least Google what they're feeding those ducks before they come here and feed them. But unfortunately, they're idiots. Unfortunately, nobody ever checks what they're going to do. They just do it because they find it fun. Oh, it's so much fun throwing bread for the ducks because they come to you and they want to eat it. It doesn't mean that it's good for them. Bread for those ducks is the same as McDonald's for humans. It's bad for them. And if you keep on feeding them every day with bread, they're gonna get sick. And you might say those people don't come here every day to feed those ducks, but there's at least one person here every day coming to feed the ducks. Every day there's a person coming in here to feed the ducks. Every day it's a different person, and that will result in the ducks eating bread every single day. And then Royal Parks, the company that manages all the parks here in London, they're wondering, why are the birds dying? Why are our birds getting sick? They don't understand that they need to put up signs on these bridges and around the pond telling people to please not feed the ducks any bread. I am really considering writing to the Royal Parks and requesting for signs to be put up next to all the ponds, next to all the location where people are feeding those ducks, for them not to feed the poor ducks, because the ducks have no choice. They see the food, they go for it. They don't understand that it's bad for them. They don't get it. They're ducks. I'm really confused of what goes through the mind of a person who decides that I'm gonna bring a loaf of bread for the ducks, and I'm not even gonna check on Google if ducks can eat bread in the first place, because oh, it's bread. Humans eat bread, all humans eat bread. Yeah, that doesn't mean that ducks can eat bread, because if you think about it, bread doesn't fucking exist in nature. We make bread out of wheat. Bread doesn't grow on the trees. Bread doesn't grow on plants. So in nature, ducks can't naturally eat bread. So why would you consider bread to be an appropriate thing to feed ducks? Is that helping you, Bentley? Huh? Is that helping you? Sit. Sit. It's not gonna help you. Sit down. Good boy. Go. Welcome to the top of Primrose Hill. Where you can see most of London's skyline pop out. You see the London Eye over there. Somewhere next to it is Big Ben. That's the BT Tower, the Shard. That's London for you. It's quite a beautiful view. Oh, who's a good boy? I think I even have a name for this whole thing that we just did here. Bentley, you enjoying our walkies? Are you enjoying our Walkies and Talkies? This is probably the most ridiculous name for a vlog ever. Not that it's really a vlog, is this? I think it is. I guess this was our very first Walkies and Talkies. I really hope you enjoyed this very weird vlog. Me and Bentley are gonna head home. I'm gonna continue working on my dissertation, and hopefully I will have a brand new scripted video for you out soon. Isn't that right, boy? Huh? Isn't that right? Come here. Isn't that right? Yes? Oh. And we will see you soon. Stay logical, stay rational, and me and Bentley will see you next time.